Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey, welcome. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. We gotta talk about a few things today. But first and foremost, thank you for coming in. And take a seat. Got a conversation today. We got some things that we want to talk about. I'm gonna drop the link in the comments. But what I like to do is start off by saying what you need to do if someone has dementia or Alzheimer's. It's a brain disease, right? So what they probably lacking is cholesterol. Check the person's cholesterol. I'm guaranteeing the cholesterol is low. And the doctor have them on cholesterol pills because they want to keep it low. And the reason they want to keep it low, you know why? So they can get that's why. But if you check that, because cholesterol fights off diseases, fights off bad bacteria. So if you have bad bacteria or something going on with the brain, you have low cholesterol, it's hard to fight that off. So that's just a little key for the day. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, how's everybody else doing out there in this world of life? How's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? So y'all see the title. What is snitching? What is telling? I think that we're taught a long time ago is to not be a tattletale, right? So when you start at a young age and you and your brother or you and your sister, y'all playing, y'all get into like a little tussle or whatever, get smacked in the back of the head, you come and tell mommy or daddy say, hey, stop being a tattletale, y'all work it out. Okay? So that brings to my question is, what is snitching? Because the people say if you're a civilian, you can snitch. You can tell what happened. People say if you're in the streets, you shouldn't be saying nothing of the sort, nothing at all. You shouldn't go to court. You shouldn't testify. You shouldn't say, hey, I plead. You shouldn't do anything. If you get subpoenaed to go to court, you should plead the fifth. Word on the street. What about if you're in the streets and you're trying to get out of the streets and you want to become a civilian? How do you become a civilian if you're ops? For those people that don't know what your opposition or the people that you have a beef with, how do you know? They don't know that you're a civilian now. They don't know any of that. So we're gonna cover all these type of topics today. And I hope y'all enjoy it. Like I said, if you got something to add, feel free to add it. So what is a snitch? Let's start there. Okay, a snitch is somebody that's, to me, this is my opinion of a snitch, somebody that's doing something with someone else. They happen to get caught and they tell on them. That's just in a nutshell. It's different variations. I'm just summing it up for what it is. It could be you and your friend agreed to go still pack a bubble gum. You get caught and you telling your friend, something like that. That's snitching. That's telling. Like I said, you get taught at a young age, not to tattletale. You and your brother and your sister have something, or you see your brother playing basketball and he's on to a girl, or he's coming in and, he was cursing or something. Then your little brother coming in telling you. That's tattletaling. You're like, yo, stop tattletaling. That's the first step of not snitching or not telling, right? Okay, cover that. So, this is what I really want to cover the bases on. So, for my audience, I'm gonna give you a scenario, and you let me know if this snitching or not. Okay. It's a guy by the name of Bad News. Okay. Let's say a gentleman, right? He was at a dice game, or he was doing something of some nature, and he happened to be in a dice game. Dice game turned bad. The guy that ended up shooting 5 times. Okay. He ended up getting shot 5 times. Then later on, he went to the precinct and not testify, point the guy out in the lineup. So when he pointed the guy out in the lineup, they said, okay. He left. This is all in black and white. He left. And then when he left, he never went back to court. Okay. The guy never got locked up over the charges, over those charges. So my question to you is that snitching. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Somebody's at, oh man, Kevin at my door. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I'm back. All right. Yeah, that's my man Kevin here. So pause, my people's Kev. All right. So I want to know if that's snitching. All right. To me, that is definitely snitching. And I'm gonna tell you why. I forgot to lead out that he's a GD. Okay. Now, this is what I'm going to say. In that situation, if you playing the street games and you doing all that type of stuff, and that's what you're about, and that's your lifestyle, then you happen to get shot, or you happen to shoot somebody, or you happen to be with people that happen to shot somebody, or whatever crime they did. If you go out there and point somebody out in the precinct, you are a snitch. You are a rat. And I don't know, I'm not in the streets no more. So I am a civilian. I'm a civilian right now. And I'm going to tell you why that later. So in that situation, I think that he was dead wrong. I think that I wouldn't mess with him no more. I don't think that you should support anything that he does if that's the case that happened. In the paperwork, though, it also did state when he left the room, he told the police officer that it was number 4. So I don't know if you leave the room and you tell a police officer, or you're supposed to be there with your lawyer and testify, oh, it's that person right there. But why walk out the room and whisper to the police? Like, that's a little confusing to me. So that has to be explained right there. That has to be explained. I don't think he wanted to get caught on tape, but I don't know. So, but I do think that's a form of snitching. I think a form of snitching is people together and somebody do a crime, even if you ain't had nothing to do with it, but you on the block and you know what's going on, and they snatch you up and you tell. That's snitching. That's snitching. There's no way around it. I don't care if somebody smacked a little kid that was talking crazy to him that's 12 years old. If y'all on the block and that little kid is running off the mouth and get smacked, you ain't supposed to say anything. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's different rules as far as like when you start snatching kids off the block and start, harming women. I think those people need to get dealt with. I don't think jail is a good place for them. I think they need to get dealt with. Because I feel a certain way about people telling on people and things like that. I mean, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna tell you a story about me, and this is a true story. I know some of y'all ain't gonna believe it, but it's a true story. I was back in the day. I was coming back from Jamaica, right? And so we went half on some weight. So we flipped the coin to see who was bringing it back. So obviously I lost, so I had to bring it back on the plane. Everything was cool. Flying back, everything was cool. Nervous as hell, but everything was cool. Got to Philadelphia. My man was pushing the bags. I grabbed my bag. I put it on the the little push carts that you push. I put it on that. When I put it on that, I guess somehow my bag must have fell. So when I left out and came back in, I left out to leave. I didn't see my bag. Like, where my bag at? So I went back into the airport. They said, "Oh, this your bag?" Oh, no, the weight was in some Jamaican sneakers. They cut up every last pair of my sneakers I had, right? And they locked me up. Now I was the last flight of the day, right? So they took all my information down. They said, you know, is any of your friends got anything? You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't have nothing. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. I said, that's not even mine. I said, they must have gave me that. I said, that's not even my size sneakers because it wasn't my size. So I said, how is that mine? It's not even my size. So I guess I don't know. I guess it was God with me. At that point, they said, all right, we got your information. You'll be in touch. So I thought I was scot-free. They actually let me go. I know it's a true story. It's a true story. They actually let me go. When they let me go, I went home, boom, boom, chill, boom, boom. So realize I'm actually in college at this time. So I'm not staying at home. So they sent the information, you know, all my information. I had to go to court and everything. So it's feds. It's not even state now. This is feds. And I'm done with feds. So they sent it to my pops. My pops found out, like, oh, he tells me whatever, gets me a lawyer, whatever. Boom, boom, go down there. I was on probation for not flying for 12 years. For 12 years. I felt that was a slap on the wrist. But I never told on nobody. That's a fact. I ain't never told nobody at all. And they wanted me to. They said, who else got something? I said, I don't even have nothing. I don't even know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta play it. But right now, my question is this: how do you become a civilian? Okay, so let's take somebody that's 18 years old, 19 years old, that's been selling drugs, having shootouts and everything. So now you know you got programs in the city and stuff. So he goes to a program trying to better his life, right? But it's still in the city. So he goes to the program, he gets a job, and then he goes right back to that same block, that same environment, right? So when you go back to that same environment, because selling drugs and doing the crimes is an addiction. It's not nothing that you can just say, hey, I'm just going to move here. It's an addiction. You have to deal with that addiction. And if you don't deal with that addiction, it's going to fester and get out of hand. So if you don't deal with that, it's going to get out of hand. So now what do you do with that 18, 19-year-old kid that got the switches, that's making $1,000, $1,500 a week, but you want him to get a job making $300 a week? It's not going to match up. It's not going to match up. Yeah, he may be safe, but he's not going to be safe because the people that he shot at, the people that's after him don't want to hear that he's a civilian now. They don't want to hear that. So he cannot become a civilian. How much he wants to become a civilian, the only way he can become a civilian if he moves out. If he moves out of that city, that state, he has to move. If you don't move, he's still going to get sucked up dry. Pause. So at the end of the day, we have to start moving these young kids out of their cities and not into another city, because all they're going to do is adapt to that city. We have to move out to the suburbs. We have to move out to a country and give them a skill. And that, I think that's the only way, because once you remove some kid out of the environment, which myself has moved out the environment, that's how I know that it will work. Yes, it's going to be some pitfalls along the way. He's still going to do the things that he was doing in the city, but he don't have the same people with the like-minded of him. So it's not going to be the same. So he's going to start taking the like-minded of other people, because that's what he's surrounded by. And now he's going to start to grasp that and just hold that close. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, man. I think that civilians are not really civilians. You know what I'm saying? This is how crazy this world is. They say, oh, civilians can tell on this person, civilians can say that. No, they can't. You know why? I'll give you an example. Mr. Jones down the street see Kufang kill Kevin Canel, right? Canel gets shot by Kufang. Mr. Jones see it. Mr. Jones says, go tell the police what happened, right? Kufang knows that Mr. Jones said something. So guess what? Mr. Jones can't go to court. He can't go to court. You know what I'm saying? So now Mr. Jones is in jeopardy, his kids is in jeopardy, and everybody around there is in jeopardy, even though he's a civilian. Now, if something happened to Mr. Jones, no one's going to say anything. It's going to be a sad day around there. Mr. Jones passed away. He got brutally murdered by someone. Yeah, that's how it's going to go. That's how it's going to be, because no one wants to go to jail. No one wants to go to jail. And that's what happened to people that tells. You could be a civilian, but you know it's going to be consequences. And that's how it is. And remember how your mother and father used to tell you, mind your business. No, don't worry about what's going on over there. Mind your business. Worry about you. Don't worry about nobody else. Worry about you. And I think that's what our community is built on. Mind your business and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that it's different levels of snitching. I think it's different level of telling. I don't think civilians are safe. I don't think that people in the streets are safe or any of that nature if you decide to tell. Now, I'm not saying it's your mom or your pop or somebody like that, because I think it's different. It's different variation. So if I see somebody pull up and grab a little kid from the park, oh, you best believe I'm saying something. If I'm trying, if I got my thing, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something to that van. I'm not going, if I see it and I'm in Orangeburg, I'm going to be trying to do something. And I will put my life at risk because of that little kid. That little kid ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this life is wicked. You know, if I know a known molester, I'm telling everybody. That's the Chester molesting. I'm telling everybody that I know, everybody that's going to listen. I'm gonna tell them, especially if I have to have the paperwork. When you put allegations on people like that, you have to have the paperwork. You can't just go walk trying to shoot somebody, trying to beat somebody up, trying to kidnap somebody because you think they told. No, you gotta have that paperwork and a known fact. And if they tell, then whatever lifestyle they in, then that's how they should get dealt with. I don't agree with a civilian should get dealt with if he tells. Don't do nothing around a civilian. That's their job, to keep their neighborhood safe. That's what it is. You know, being in this game being in the streets is a deadly game. I don't recommend nobody to be in the streets. I don't recommend nobody doing any type of crimes that you can't handle. Especially some of y'all young boys. The reason y'all tell, because y'all going to court with public defenders. Y'all ain't got no money stacked. You know what I'm saying? So if you get a honest hustle that's making some money and use your mind as a hustle mentality and put that into your business, because I feel like everybody got a business, something that they like to do. It's a business. You know what I'm saying? But you know, if I'm about to put the link in the comment, I ain't gonna be up here too much longer. You know what I'm saying? Stay y'all. Peace. Let me see how I do this. See, I'm gonna do this right here. They go to paste. Bang. Boom. So, you know, you want to compare and add your 2 cents. But yeah, the boy Bad News, I do believe that he's a snitch. Just going to the precinct alone is egregious. Why did you even go there? You didn't get subpoenaed. You didn't say you got subpoenaed. So that's just horrible all around the board. But I do think that when it comes to snitching, it's black and white, man. It's black and white. If you say I told on him, yeah, I told on him. That's just telling, nigga. You don't give a fuck what repercussions come. But I could also say this: the people that are snitches, they also are very, very dangerous if they're in the streets. Because look at Alpo. Alpo is a snitch, but he'll kill you too. So don't be trying to run up on these snitches thinking they soft. Don't be run up on these snitches because think they ain't about that life. They still might be about that life, but they just didn't want to go to jail at that time. Or for whatever reason that they tell him. Or if Mr. Jones says something, don't think Mr. Jones sweet. He might know the repercussions too. He might got something in the house waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just keep your head on the swivel, man. Be safe out there. Love one another, love our neighbor, keep your neighborhood safe. Try, young boys, put those switches down. You know what I mean? Put those choppers down. Put all the things down, man. Use your mind. And I know you ain't gonna listen to me because I didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to learn the hard way. But I learned from my other people, my other friends. I never been in jail. I don't know what that feels like. I'm glad I haven't. Yeah, I've been locked up for a little bit, but I never been in jail. I never had to do no time. I don't have an F on my name. You know what I'm saying? I recommend everybody to go to college. Now, if you stay, just go there just to get the experience and go away. I think anybody that lives in the inner city, I think they should go away for a week to another place to have a good time, and you'll see what is more out there to offer other than just your city. Because I know from people from that's in Philly that haven't left Philly all their lives. You know, I know people who live in Uptown who never been to Southwest. It's you see what I'm saying, all the way across town. So it's a difference between a lot of it's a difference between city mentality, suburban mentality, and country mentality. But if you want to get out the city, you can, but you're gonna have to relocate to get your mind renewed. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I'm out of here. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Just mind your business. But if you're gonna say something, if you're gonna snitch, remember you're gonna be labeled as a snitch or a civilian. You know, you're not gonna be labeled as a snitch if you're a civilian, but you still need to watch your back if you say something. That's just the bottom line. I think that everybody snitch. If you say something, what happened in a car accident? Oh, I saw a boy hit this car. You snitch. You tell the police if you was in a car accident, yeah, the car was right there behind me, hit me from the back. Pause. You snitched. You told him what happened. So, but it's like I said, it's different levels of snitching, and some level the car accident. You know, I'm just playing games. You know, I'm just being facetious. But yeah. Other than that, I'm out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 150, and I need y'all to do it. Thank you for supporting me. Anything that y'all got going on, I will support you back. Again, if you need any CMOS or anything like that, I got you. Whether you want it raw or in gel form, I got you. Pause if need be. Other than that, I'm out of here. Peace. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh yeah, I might be back later on, but I'm trying to load up some of my old food videos. Just trying to figure out how to do it. I'm still new to all this. Peace. And that's strange.